welcome once again to How I Spent the Apocalypse. I'm still working on the fence. I hope to have it finished today. In order to really work on it and finish it up in a quick time, I need to get the gate done. Why do I need to get the gate done? Because of these assholes. These assholes. They try to run out all the time. They make a bug. It's just, they need to be locked up while I do it. So I can run back and forth without having to have them try to get out every time I open the damn gate.
Right.
If you got dogs, you know what I'm talking about. So I need to make this gate strong enough to keep Goldie in. Okay? So I'm using the 2x4" welded that came off the old gate.
That you put there because of Spud.
That I put there because of Spud.
Who was not nearly as big as Goldie.
Who is not nearly as big
No.
as Goldie. So I put the 2x4" welded there, and on the sides, I am connecting not one, not two, but 3 pieces.
I see that.
Of the fins in order to hopefully make it strong enough that it'll hold up. It would hold up just fine if there wasn't a 150-pound dog that wanted out.
Right.
So I've got to make it special. So it's kind of a booger because you have to keep track of everything, because otherwise you're putting the boards under or over. And of course, I'm out of every kind of nailer except the long ones. So what I'm doing is trying to nail it so it doesn't go into my sawhorses, which makes it only slightly more aggravating. And then I want to get on each side. Then there's that. Talk to you later. Okay, so once again, I'm mostly working by myself, which means I got to try to hold all this mishigas up while I'm nailing it together. Okay, because until I nail it together, it's not real strong. Okay, so I didn't have enough hands. So you gotta think outside the box, people. And by think outside the box, what do I mean? Go get your old porta potty chair. And prop it underneath there and stick some boards on top of it and hold it up while you're working.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, anything else that's about the right size, right?
Yeah, this is a porta potty chair that my dad had it when my dad was sick, and when Mother got sick, we went up and got it, but then they sent her home with a brand new one, so it was sitting in there. So, perfect for holding up the edges. So there you go.
Awesome.
Thank you. Okay, so, like I said, in order to make this stout enough, I had to make it basically 3 thick. Okay, but here's the problem. Every place boards gather, that's a place for rot to happen.
Right.
So in order to keep that from happening, I'm going to have to cap it. So that'll shed most of the water and keep it from going in the cracks and crevices between these woods. Okay, so what I did was I purposely cut these boards a little longer than I needed so that I could run a bead and make sure this is nice and even across the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my skill saw and cut that off. Which she doesn't need to film that. You know how to run a skill saw. If you don't watch me, because I'm doing it all wrong and you're going to cut off a finger.
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, this is now nice and thick. And so it's made, so it's like laminated. And anytime you laminate board, you actually make a stronger surface than if it was one thick board. But as you can see, I'm nice and flat. And now I can put a cap board on there. Actually, the cap board will come out a little bit on each side. And that cap board will keep the rain from getting in and rotting that. So, and it's cedar, so that helps too.
Yes. Cool.
All right, so you remember I told you I used the long brads. That's because that's what I have. And I don't usually mind knocking them over because it makes it that much bit stronger. However, these were sticking out this far, so I went ahead and cut them off enough that I can knock them over and have them not look quite as bad, but still be holding in there nice and tight. Because whenever you can knock it over, it's just going to hold in that much tighter. You know, normally if I was using nails, I'd be using ring shank nails, I'd be using glue nails.
Yeah.
They can't make a glue brad. Does anybody know why? Because it comes out so fast, it would gum up the machine.
Yeah, because it would get hot, yeah.
Now they do use some of them that have brads on them that go out when you shoot it. They kind of
like barbs, you mean, like?
Yeah, like barbs.
Wow.
Those are pretty cool. But I don't know. Those are for bigger guns than this one. You can also get staples, which I don't have one of the staplers, but my son the genius has one, and he says it's wonderful. So eventually, when my rich aunt gets out of the poor farm, gets a job, I may get one of those. So my wife and I just had a whole discussion. Oh, see, now I almost did it, and then I thought, no, I better do that. And I think it's something we could all talk about, because I think we're all dealing with it. Everybody's grumpy right now. It's not just you. It's everybody. So when we're all living together on top of each other and not able to go anywhere or do anything, we can sometimes get on each other's last nerves.
It is raining. Hallelujah.
Well, we need the rain.
Yes.
You know, I'm working, so, and I have all my power tools out, so
Yeah.
you guys can thank me for the rain, locals. You fuckers might not be getting any rain, so I don't know. But the locals all need to thank me, because I watered my garden and I've got all my power tools outside. So
Woohoo.
we better get off of here so that I can
Get stuff put up.
put my tools up.
Sounds good.
The gate is up. It's finished. Okay, these are the hinges off the old gate. Why the hell not? They're still in perfectly good shape. Okay, as you can see, I put the top on. Nice and straight, capping that top off, keeping the rain from going between the boards. I've put in simple spin latches. Super easy.
Super
You can't
strong.
do those inside a dog yard,
No.
because they'll jump up and undo them. But on the outside, perfectly good. I've got one at the top end, one at the bottom, to hopefully keep them from pushing out. Now I'm going to go get another load of slabs, and I'm going to start slabbing this, and I'm just going to keep slabbing it till it's all done.
So it'll all look like that.
So it all looks like that, yeah.
Hey.
So that's what we're doing. And we're trying to work in between the rain, because we want the rain, but it's stopping us from getting shit done. So
There you go.
all right. So I just put the last boards on this fence, because of course it rained 8 boards away yesterday. And not enough rain to actually turn the dirt, just enough to make you put all your fucking tools away. Because
Yeah.
that's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so it's all done. I still have a half a stack of slabs. So, fasteners and all. I have a fence, brand new fence. I reused hardware. I used fins.
We used a couple of the part of the frame that was old. That was
Yeah, I used part of
but
the frame that was old. I got a couple of new 2x4s. So brand new fence, $25.
yes.
Now, I realize not all of you have the skills or the tools or anything like that, but I didn't either. The fence I originally made lasted 28 years. It wasn't worth a diddly shit, but it lasted for 28 years. So you do what you can now, and you can always fix it later.
Yep.
And yes, it takes some skill and some practice and some stuff, but anyone can do what I do. You know, especially if you think I'm a fucking moron, which I'm sure a lot of you do if you've watched these for any good time. But especially if you think, you can go to yourself, if that moron can do it, I can do it too! $25, people.
Awesome fence. And the dogs are in.
And the dogs are in.
Woohoo!
Thank you.